comparing a reverse mortgage with a regular loan, you either have a reverse or a traditional loan. Side by side, here's the comparison you need to know is absolutely, if you have an iPhone, take a picture of that screen there. You gotta qualify. You gotta have some income. You gotta have decent credit. You have to have a few assets here and there. It's not a robust, rigorous, really tough qualification. However, you do have to qualify. You do not fog a mirror and qualify for a reverse mortgage because you have all this equity in your home. You still have to have the ability and willingness to make the payments on property taxes, homeowner insurance, HOA dues, and just general living expenses, things like gas and groceries, right? We want to make sure there's enough money there that it is sustainable so that you could conceivably live there, possibly for the rest of your life with a smile. That's kind of one of the goals. And that's why you got to qualify for that. Taxes, insurance, HOA dues gotta be paid current. The general upkeep of the home also has to be in good shape. You can't just have, weeds growing higher than the roof line. You gotta see the windows, by golly. Take good care of the home and just make sure it's in good shape. Repayment, same as a traditional loan. Guess what? You're gonna have to repay a reverse mortgage if you sell the home or if the last remaining homeowner is deceased and has graduated to heaven. In other words, if mom and dad are both not here, then, at that point, it's got to be repaid. So how's it going to be repaid? If mom and dad are not here anymore and they both pass away, both of them graduate to heaven, guess what? The kids have to get together, have a little committee meeting, and one of the kids could come in and refinance it and take over the home ownership with a brand new loan. But that loan, a reverse mortgage, is not assumable, must be repaid upon death or upon the sale of the home. So the repayment, it's going to have to get repaid. But most of the times, and I would say about 93 out of 100 times, the kids get in there and sell it for as high as they can, pay off the reverse mortgage, and the difference is the equity that'll be split up between the heirs, the kids, the children. The I word we talked about a bit earlier, interest. Guess what? There's interest on every reverse mortgage. There's no free lunch. I think it was Harry Truman who once said, by golly, there's no such thing as a free lunch. This is not free. It's payment free because you're going to delay or push off or defer the monthly payment until the end of the loan, when you either sell the home or you're no longer here and your kids will have to pay it off. And basically, whatever the amount owing is at that time, it's going to have to get repaid, just like on item 3 there. So item 4 is there's interest. There's also fees and closing costs. Just like a normal loan, you got to pay to play. There are fees. Nobody does anything in life for free. So there are, title, escrow, appraisal. There's things like recording fees. There's origination fees. There's FHA, MIP fees. Long story short, you hit up paulshepard.com if you want a customized printout based on your age, based on your equity, and based on the interest rates. Because that's how you determine how much money you get, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. Now, the main